9 months after getting a desperate family's hopes up, an Ohio man has pleaded guilty to impersonating the long-missing Timothy Pitzen, whose mother took him from kindergarten in 2011 before committing suicide days later and leaving a note that said her son was safe that added, "You will never find him." Brian Michael Rennie, age 24, briefly dangled the hope of a happy ending in April 2019 when he turned up on a street in Newport, Kentucky, and claimed to be a kidnapped victim fleeing sex traffickers that he'd left behind in a Red Roof Inn. He gave as his name Timothy Pitzen, who would then have been 14 years old. A DNA test soon revealed Rennie's true identity. He was an ex-con recently released after being imprisoned for stealing and burglary, who'd previously tried to pass himself off as a sex trafficking victim. He told authorities he adopted Timothy's identity after learning about Timothy's case in his father's devoted search on ABC's News 2020, according to a criminal complaint that charged him with making false statements to a federal agent. His decision to plead guilty to aggravated identity theft was revealed in a court filing last week, reports the Associated Press and Cincinnati TV station WCPO. He was sentenced Wednesday to 2 years in prison with credit for time already served, reports WOIO. Timothy Pitzen was 6 years old when on May 11, 2011, his mother, Amy, Jacob's sister, checked him out of kindergarten in Aurora, Illinois, without alerting her husband and the boy's father, Jim Pitzen. The mother and son went to a zoo, and then they spent the next 2 nights at a nearby indoor water park resort, keeping Jim at bay by making reassuring phone calls to police and Jim's brother to say that they were fine. At the time, the couple's marriage, Amy's fourth marriage, was steering towards divorce and had been discussed. Amy, 42 years old, also struggled with depression and had tried twice earlier to take her own life. 3 days later, on May 14, 2011, an employee of a motel in Rockford, Illinois, found Amy dead in her room with self-inflicted slashes on her wrist and neck. Her cryptic suicide note was left behind. Timothy's family wondered whether their prayers had been answered on April 3, 2019, with the report of a young man appearing disoriented and scared who gave Timothy's name to strangers who approached him on the street in Newport, Kentucky. News of the apparent recovery was quickly conveyed to Aurora police, who began to note inconsistencies in the young man's story even before the DNA confirmation of Rennie's identity. Timothy's aunt said looking back it's easy to see red flags, but they really didn't think about the red flags at first. It just doesn't occur to you that it wasn't him or that someone would lie about it, his aunt said. It just didn't come across our minds that it could not be him. Obviously, she said the most important thing for them is that people continue to talk about the missing kids in this country, of which there are over 400,000 at any given time. Timothy's aunt added that the public can absolutely help these families and these children by watching and being vigilant. Anyone with information about Timothy Pitzen or any other missing child is urged to alert the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST.